Welcome. It's episode 81. You should not work from home. Hey Rockstar, try this thought on for size. A very influential mentor of mine named Myron Golden once said, to live in your creative space and make the world a better place. That is your purpose. Rockstar, welcome. Welcome to episode 81 of Hey Rockstar.
And Miguel, do the thing, yo.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Hey Rockstar, welcome. This is a show devoted to bringing value to those interested in starting a side hustle or side business. Whether you're looking to be dual vocational, full-time, part-time, or sometime, I bet our stories will entertain you, encourage you, and empower you to become the rock star of your business and industry.
Yo, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I am your host, Josafat Guapo Emiliano. As you can see right there. This whole camera work. Welcome to episode 81. I'm glad to be back with you all. Episode 81 is you should not work from home. And of course, a lot of you are probably asking me, Mr. Emiliano, you work from home. Isn't that a bit hypocritical? I know. But, I started thinking to myself, there's people who, honestly, there's good reasons why you shouldn't start your own thing and work from home. Why you should continue to do a 9 to 5 somewhere else, off location, off into a different location or into a business or purpose. And I want to cheer those people on. For those of you who follow my Facebook, you know that earlier this week I put a poll. Up to ask people. Actually, I should pull it up to ask people what they would prefer, whether they want to work from home or, a quick poll asking, and not that many people. Well, actually, let me pull it up. The poll was, and I can share the screen real quick. The question was, I'd like to know, what's your ideal work environment? And let me just pull it up right here in the sharing the screen here. This is so professional, Emiliano. You know what? I need to stop saying stuff like that, because I am a professional. And that's why you're here, to be entertained, to find encouragement, and to find empowerment. So as you see here, 52% people voted they'd rather work from home or remote. And 48% of voters voted I'd rather work on location in the office. And you know what? I'll be honest with you. It was 50-50 actually for the first 2 days. Apparently today is when it finally, the end of the polls. I guess if you probably jump on now, you can still vote on there whether you want to. But it was 50-50. But today, the ones who want to work from home or work remote, they pushed it for the win. But you know what? I want to be a cheerleader for those of you who say, no, you know what? It is. I want to work. I want to work off location. I want to work in an office. I want to work somewhere else. I want to leave my house when I do this. And so today, this show is for you. It's to encourage and add value to you. And I want people, this is, in this platform, I want you all to throw in your 2 cents. So if you're listening, shout out to those who are watching us on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. If you're on YouTube, do the thing, the like, the share, subscribe, especially if you find value. Everything else, any kind of likes, I love. But the most important thing is, if you have any kind of comments or something you'd like to add to the conversation, please do so in the chat or the comment section. It should give me notifications. Actually, let me pull it up right here. This will give me notifications if you comment, and if what you comment is relevant to our discussion, I will highlight it. We can add it on to the talk. And if it's just a hi, what's going on, whatever you feel like you want to share on there, if it's not that relevant to the discussion, I'll try to catch them all at the end of the show. But other than that, we're going to go on in no particular order and no particular reason. I have a quick list that I jotted down here on why you shouldn't work from home. The first one I have written down here is no one needs to get enough sleep. You know, it's not, I know people are saying that you need your 8 to 9 to 10 hours of sleep if you really want to be high focus and then what's called a high producing individual. But honestly, do you really need to get that much sleep? Wouldn't it be better for you to have, first of all, you have to stay up late, get things ready because you're gonna have to do the commuting next day, whatever you got to fix for your lunch and such. So you're already going to bed later, and then all of a sudden the alarm hits because you got to get up and you got to groom yourself, you got to take care of yourself, you got to shower, whatever you got to do in the morning, 2 or 3 hours before you actually take off to go to work. You know. If you were working from home, you can actually shave off that time and you can sleep a little bit more. And, God forbid that you get too much sleep. But, getting enough sleep, the mental clarity you're going to have, that's going to cause problems. Because if you have mental clarity, if you are focused, if you are able to function without coffee, what's that going to do to the coffee industry? The people at the Bucks or the coffee shop next door, what are they gonna? They need you to swing by there and pick up your sugar loaded caffeine because you're doing harm to their business if you are focused and no longer need their services or Rockstar or whatever energy drink or whatever. Imagine what kind of hit of the economy is going to have when you no longer are dependent on someone else for energy because you've gotten enough sleep. So you need to start thinking about others. Stop being selfish. So no one needs enough sleep. Plus, so that's the first thing that I have written down here. Again, I said in no particular order. That's the reason why you don't want to work from home. Another thing that I have here. I might jump around. Let me see what I got on my list here. I don't know. We can do that later. The next thing that you need to understand why it's important for you to leave your house to go to work is because there's a thing called a commute. For some people, it's half an hour. Some people up to an hour, especially if there's a lot of traffic out there. You know how many people depend on your commute? You know how many people's do business because of your commute? First of all, let's just start with the obvious. I mean, whatever you're commuting in, it requires gas, unless you got an electric car. But even that one, you got to charge up your car and that electricity. People have jobs. People who work the gas station, people who work the electric company, they have a job. And they need to provide this service for you. They need you to spend your money on providing this energy so that you can fuel up your vehicle, so that you can move and go through this commute to get to your work. You need that time. You also need to know. You need that time to get to see your surrounding, your neighbors, to get to expose to those people who are driving around you. I mean, you gotta yell at someone. That's a good way to get your blood flowing first thing in the morning when someone cuts you off and you're like yelling them, "God bless you." That's what you say, right? When people cut you off or whatever it is. But you need it, get your adrenaline going. That helps pump you up, get you ready, get you alert, or at least enough so you can go get that coffee that you need. So you those people, first of all, the people at the gas stations, they depend on you. The people at the power station, they depend on you commuting because you need to use their resources. The other people who depend on you is our police officers who are out there, or at least highway patrolmen who are out there monitoring your speed, making sure that you are not driving faster, that you didn't try to get enough sleep and now you are running late. And so, because some of you probably tried to get too much sleep, and so now you're running late to work, and so you're driving by, and they have to pull you over because they got a quota to meet. I'm not sure if that's true or not. Don't quote me on that, but they got to pull you over. And if you're not on the road commuting, if you're not on the road speeding, what else are they going to do? Who else? Are they going to be monitoring other? They need people to pull over. They need people to be chasing down. Of course, I'm being very. I know there's more than just that, but that's a good chunk. I remember back when I worked at the high school in Nashville, and I was driving. I mean, every time either coming and going back, I always saw someone pulled over on the side of the road, and like, good for him. They provided an opportunity for that officer to serve and protect us. So again, I'm not speaking negative against them. As a matter of fact, I'm encouraging you all to commute more so that they can have more to do, so they can get the job done. So come on, y'all. That's another thing about commuting that you need. Plus parking attendants, they need someone to charge. They need the people who are in there in the garage. They're taking your ticket and charging you so that you can go. Of course, now it's more automated, but Nashville, there's still some spots where you get human contact. And so, and all along that, who else depends on your commute? The people on the radio, the DJs, they need someone to talk to in the morning. They need someone who's stuck in traffic. They need someone that they can entertain, because if you're not listening to them there, who knows? I mean, if you're at home, you might be listening to them, but obviously if you're home, you're doing something else. You're not listening to the radio station, because you got that time that you are commuting. Perfect timing. So if you hear noise in the background, is because, and that's another reason why you shouldn't work from home. Perfect. Family members are coming in and talking. That's the perfect reason. Another good reason why you don't want to work from home. Moving on. Reason why you don't want to work from home is just you're gonna spend too much time with your family. Your family is gonna be there. Hold on to that thought. I want to read what you said. Okay, I just had a comment. Thank you, Viola. I disagree. Mental clarity is of utmost importance, and so is getting enough sleep. Lack of sleep equals no mental clarity, not doing your job properly, effectively. There are plenty of people commuting to work, so the people of Starbucks can stay in business. Even non-commuters will go to Starbucks. The benefits of working in office. Okay, well, good. Well, you still got to leave the house to go to the Starbucks and commute. But again, Viola, appreciate your comment. And no, read the comments. This is all a whole satire that I have built up. Because, obviously I get too much sleep. I get my full, to me, I function, whenever I used to not work from home, I would roughly get between 5 hours to 6 hours of sleep. That's if I wanted to work out. If I didn't want to work out, if I want to work out, then I learned that I could function on 4.5 hours of sleep. But today, now that I'm older and even working out and stuff, my body actually functions really good on 7 hours. So I get my full 7 hours of sleep, because I am a rebel because I work from home. I work remotely. So I'm adding these things, but I appreciate you that. Keep them coming. And I actually make my own coffee at home now, which anyway, we'll get to that. But another reason I wrote down why you don't want to work from home. I mean, you're going to spend too much time with your family. Your family's going to see you all the time. You're going to be there for important moments. You're going to be there for anything they need. And honestly, you know what's going to happen when you're spending so much time with your family? They're going to get used to you. They're going to get tired of seeing you day in, day out. They're going to, I once heard that the best gift you can give someone is the gift of missing you. So you need to leave your house. You need to give them a sense of wanting more. You need to give them a sense of, you can't have me around all the time. So that's another reason why working from home is a bad idea, because your family's just going to get sick and tired of seeing you all the time, of being dependable, of being, you're not going to be like everyone else's parent or sibling or whatever, or roommate, who they just have people there all the time. Of course. But it's your choice too. And I get it sometimes too. There are days where I get stuck in a project and I just get so distracted that I wind up staying up till 3 a.m. But then the next day, I do wake up at the normal time. But the cool thing is I pick a time where I take a little nap when I need to. But that's the Latino side of me, the whole siesta part. But anyway, so that's a reason. Another reason why you want to work from home is just your family's you're gonna be around too much for your family. I mean, people can think that's weird. That's not what normal people do, right? Normal people, they go and they spend the majority of their time away from the families, and they come and they spend maybe a top. And the kids go to school, the parents go off to work, they come back, they meet for dinner. If they sit down to eat for dinner, maybe most people, they kind of go their own ways on their own computers and such. And I'm not talking trash about that. I'm just saying that's the norm thing, right? The majority time that some parents get to spend with their kids is like 30 minutes a day on a work day. That's someone I heard quote on. I forgot what statistic it was. I owe that one to you. But anyway, and God forbid, you just don't want to spend too much time with your family. Yeah, speaking of that, what about your pets? What about your pets? One of the most joyous things I have is when I'm gone all day and I come back and my little furry thing just jumps on me and loves me and cuddles up with me. Actually, last weekend, check this out. Perfect example. Last weekend, my sister had to go out of town. She asked me to babysit her dog, and I went to go take care of the dog. And when I first got there, she was excited to see me. She was jumpy. I took her out for a walk and such that. The next day, I had a lot of conference calls. So I was in the living room. I woke up early, took her for her walk, did all the stuff, came back, and I was there working, and she was there with me, and I would pet her. I would give her attention. And the poor thing, at the end, she got bored, and she just wanted to lay down. And she was there she was bored. She didn't have time to miss me. I didn't go anywhere and come back. And the same thing with here. Whenever I'm gone for a long time, my parents' cats, she gets cuddly with me. When I'm around all the time working, stuck, that cat ignores me. It doesn't want to come around me. Like, you're here too long, boss. So you don't want to wear out your dog and your cats or whatever animal. You don't want to get them out into the habit of seeing you all the time. So that's another reason why you probably wouldn't want to work from home. You don't want to wear out your family, and you don't want to wear out your fur babies, your reptilian babies. My niece has a bearded dragon, so there you go. 4 reasons so far. I wrote a lot of them down. This one kind of already talked about it. You're going to have. Oh, okay. Here's another thing. That another reason why you want to not work from home, because when you work from home, at the end of the day, when people come around and say, hey, let's go out and do something, you're actually going to want to go out and do something. You're actually more capable and want to go have adventures, want to go out to eat, go out to dancing. You want to, because you've been at home all day, you want to go out. You have no excuse because you've been rested. You can put healthy boundaries, but whenever you go off and you commute and you go to work and then you commute to come back, and by the time you get home you're burnt out and you just don't want to do anything but watch TV. That's a good thing to do, so that's another thing. You're gonna wind up, and when you go out, oh man, you're gonna spend money. You're gonna spend money. You're gonna go out to buy drinks or go out to go eat food, because you're not gonna do free stuff. No. You don't want to do free stuff. You want to do expensive stuff. Because you've been working and you've been making money, and we'll actually go to that part too. You've been making so much money. You've been making so much things. So you're not gonna want to stay home. You want to go out. So that's a thing. Why you don't want to work from home. Speaking of money, let's just go jump on this one. Listen, there's a good chance that you might make more money working from home than you do if you go off and work a 9 to 5. Let me, especially if you live on either salary or live on trading, or pay by the hour. I want to say trading your time for dollars, but most people don't like it. I want to say that. But when you work hourly wages, imagine this. I remember. Actually, I'm not gonna throw anyone under the bridge. But you show up to work, and let's say you have a set pay for the time that you're going to be there, but you got to be there from 9 to 5. That's what typically everyone does. And the project manager who is alone, if you don't go to work, they don't have anyone to boss around or tell what to do. So they're gonna, but since you're there, you showed up, you're a good person, you left your home early, you fought traffic, you didn't get a ticket this time, but you got to where you want to get to. And now the boss says, all right, for this week, we got these projects we need to take care of, and she hands you 3 big projects. I do remember that one time one of my supervisors, we were working on something, and he said, hey, and I was just, I guess I had my Red Bull going, and I had that energy going, my Red Bull and my Frappuccino, because you need double fist sometimes when you're working, and so I had so much energy, I was going fast, and he goes, hey, we gotta make this last. We got to make this project last the whole day. So we had to come up with creative ways to slow down, take our time, make sure we filled up the entire 9 to 5 to finish this one project. Because regardless, because if we would hurry up and finish all 3 projects in that first day, we were still going to get only paid the same. And then we're gonna have to find something else to do for the rest of the week. And like, come on, we got to stretch these projects out. You got to make them last. And you got to do that because the most typically people who work from home work contract work, and when you're done, you get paid. And if you have that work ethic that you get things done fast, you get paid. And then you can possibly in 1 hour, you can possibly do 2-3 different projects and get paid 3 times as much. That's too much money. That's too much money that's going to be coming into your bank account. I mean, who wants so much money? More money, more problems. That's what the famous rapper said. And that brings a whole different problem. Not so much a problem. If you work from home, there's a good chance you're going to be in a whole different tax game. A whole different tax game than if you were to work a typical 9 to 5 for someone else. Check this out. And you know what that means? You might have to hire a CPA because there are so many things that you can get done, so many tax credits, tax benefits. You can convert certain things. You can actually wind up saving money. But you need to have someone who knows the game well to help you out. I mean, you'll spend a little money, but they're going to save you so much more. But that's so much of a hassle. Wouldn't it just be easier for you to just say, hey, I'm just going to work 9 to 5. I'm going to work my 40 hours a week. And I'm going to trust you to just take a chunk of money out of my paycheck. And at the end of the year, whatever you don't use, if you can, you might return to me. They might not return. Doesn't that make sense? Doesn't it make it easier for you when it comes to taxes? Just have someone else take care of it for you, and at the end, they'll give you something back, maybe. Or do you really want to know about tax benefits and tax breaks and how you can write off certain things in your house, especially working from home if you convert a home into an office, and there's certain tax breaks you can put in that will save you money that you can put in towards an investment, money you can put towards something else. That's too much work. No one wants that. You don't want to save. You don't want that. That's just a whole different thing let me just say that's the only reason you don't want to work from home or work remote. You're better off having someone else take care of this thing for you. Oh, appreciate you. Yeah. Oh man, I got stories on that one about Harper's. I went to a Harper convention once. Appreciate the comments. Hope the rest of your stream goes well. Got a jet, have a fun one. Appreciate your time. Appreciate your comments. Appreciate the joy you have here on LinkedIn. That's where we connect. So yeah, speaking on that, that's one thing too. Another reason why you don't want to work from home. Speaking on that topic of being the owner of your time. Some of you guys, you don't want to. You don't want to work from home because you're in charge of your time. Yeah, you get to set the time that you're going to work, that you need to do certain things, that you can accomplish certain things, and you are now the boss of when you wake up, when you work out, when you eat. Oh, speaking of that, we'll go to that one. I wrote that down, but one of the biggest hassles is that you're going to have to manage your own time. You're going to have to be responsible for your own time. Up until now, you had someone telling you when to go to sleep, when to wake up, when to brush your teeth, when to do. I'm talking about mama. I'm talking about like school or whatever. When to clock in, when to go on your lunch break, how long your lunch break can be. You're used to that structure, but now it's up to you to decide. Hey, from this time to this time, I can devote to this kind of work. From this time to this time, and most people don't have that discipline. So that that alone should discourage you from wanting to work from home. God forbid that you are now in charge of when you wake up, when you go to sleep, when you go out, when you do things, because you are now in charge of your productivity. So no, that's just too much pressure for some people. So that's a reason you don't want to work from home. But here's one thing that I wrote here about your diet, your health. I mean, when you go off to eat, when you go off to work, I mean, most people don't take their lunch, or if they do take their lunch, it's something super simple, quick, like a sandwich that they made, boom, boom, boom. But when you're working, or what's easier than just going out when your coworker's like, hey, let's go to this fast food joint right down the street. Let's go to this place down the street. Let's go try this new restaurant. Let's go try this out. It's happy hour over here. Let's go do this. Well, isn't that better than you actually being in charge of of preparing your own food? Because when you're at home, I mean, now you are now more mindful. You've learned to budget. You've learned to see what foods don't spoil on you, and you prepare meals that are proper to you. Or maybe, like me, you decide to practice some fasting times where you're like, I'm just gonna work through this time and I'm gonna fast because I don't really need to eat. Why am I eating at this certain time? Just because everyone else says I have to go eat at this certain time. No, but I can fast, and then at the end of the day, when I'm ready to have a nice meal, I can pull up the grill, or I like to use skillet for my meats and char them and cook them on there. And so I rather sorry, it's not about me. That's about why. Wouldn't it be easier, more convenient, more common sense for you just to go out and eat with your friends or your coworkers, or just pick something up? That way you don't have to worry about preparing anything, fixing anything up. Or if you do have to fix something up, wouldn't it be great just to throw something in and So anyway, but there's a good chance you'll probably be a little too healthy. And you don't want to get too healthy, because then the people in the office are going to start talking trash about you. Oh, look at so-and-so. They think they're all that in a bag of potato chips. Well, no, a bag of carrot chips. Carrot sticks. And on that note, you might start losing weight. If you work from home and you realize that you can actually condense the time that are used to work to finish certain projects, and you can actually make time and put into your calendar, I'm going to work out. I'm gonna stay healthy. I'm gonna go outside and get some sun. I'm gonna go out there and or I'm gonna sleep enough. That will actually make you a healthier person. But you don't. No, that isn't. Again, you don't want to get judged for being too healthy. I heard nowadays people are calling health fanatics. I don't know. I'm not even gonna go to that. I'm not gonna get into political. I don't like getting political in my talks, because this is not about policies. Because to me, it's about helping people who want to start their own businesses. All right, let's see. What else do I have right now? I'm not gonna read them all to you. Let's see. Oh yeah, I already said that one. Oh, here's a funny one. If you don't work, if you don't go out, if you don't leave your house, there's a good chance that your immune system won't be as good. I have a fantastic immune system, by the way. But the reason that is, and I believe is because my parents, mainly my dad, when he was young, he went to some harsh climates. He did a lot of, he went to some extreme climates as a missionary, and he got exposed to a lot of things, near-death experiences that boosted his immune system. And of course, I learned later on that when you're born, as a baby, the touching of your parents, you start to take on their bacteria, and you start to pick up their what protects them, and it becomes part of your biology, and then you pick up on that immune system. And then my 20s and 30s, or actually my 20s, going into my early 30s, I traveled the world. I was a missionary. I went to Africa, Europe, Latin America. I ate weird things. I was in harsh climates. So apart from what I inherited from my parents, I also received even a better immune system. So now it really takes a lot to knock me down. And usually whenever I get knocked down, it's because I haven't had enough sleep and my body's just like, so I found out that whenever my body's not feeling 100%, like a 95% or a 70%, I will just go to sleep. I'll usually would fast a day, go to sleep, and then my body resets and we're good to go. But I did that mistake of traveling too much, so that's why my immune system. But now that I work from home, but working from home now and being away from all the germs and out there, my immune system won't have a chance to get any better. So I encourage you guys not to stay home, but to find something that forces you to be around people, be around sick kids, be around sick coworkers. Get the sniffles, catch it all, so that your immune system will be the best ever. That's a good reason why you shouldn't work from home. I'm getting judged hard for that one, I feel. And of course, the last one, because I think I've talked enough, and I hopefully convinced you all that working from home is not for you. That you need to stick around or not stick around. You need to get little sleep. Drive, commute, don't get pulled over, but help your fellow gas station and your electric, whatever. Use that energy. Put that carbon footprint out there so that the people remember that you used to be here in this world. Go to another building with artificial light and be around people who will be coughing and sneezing and sharing their germs with you. And then later on, you guys can go all out to eat and enjoy just the greasy cornucopia that is American fast food or whatever is available to you during the quick lunch break that someone else manages your time for you, so you don't have to worry about that. And you learn how to be creative and stretching out a project longer than it needs to do so that you can fill up your 9-to-5 schedule. And then when you come back home, you just plop down and do nothing, have no more adventures. Because I knew I was gonna go with the adventure story. All that. Just to wrap it up, because for the last point is because if you decide that working from home to you and making more money and being healthier and being all this stuff is for you, there's a good chance that your quality of life is going to change. See, you're used to a certain way. You're used to being like everyone else, but if you start bettering your life and you start making more money, you start getting healthier, you start getting mental awareness, you start doing good things for yourself, you're going to change, and you're no longer going to be like everyone else, and people are going to start judging you. You might start getting ostracized by the people who you're around because they don't understand you anymore, because you live a different lifestyle than they do now, because you are healthier, you are wealthier, you are doing some things, and you don't want to be weird. You don't want people to call you out. You don't want people to say, how dare they must be, whatever. You don't want people to judge you. So why change so much? Be like everyone else. Be like everyone else. Don't work from home. Go off and do a 9-to-5. And those are just some of the reasons why you should work. You should not work from home, but you need to go out and find a good 9-to-5 or work on location somewhere else. But of course, I know now, I'm smart enough now to know that some of you guys are a little bit rebellious. Some of you do not want to take this advice, and you're like, Josafat, to heck with you. I am not gonna do that. I want to work from home. I want to work remote. I want to be the master of my life. I want to be there for my family. I want my pets to get used to me being around. I want to be paid by productivity, not by just taking space and occupying time. I want to have value, create value. I want to be the best version of myself for my family, for them. And those of you, it's okay. I'm not judging you because I know they exist. You are the outliers. You are the weird people out there. You're not weird. And so I encourage you, and that I want you to keep on coming to the show, because that's why I am now interviewing business owners, people who are starting side hustles, people who are starting side businesses, who are learning and sharing their struggles, sharing their lessons, sharing what inspired them, because who knows, maybe they'll throw in some kind of tidbit that's going to help inspire you for your next hustle, for your next business. They're going to give you, if anything, you're going to find entertainment, you're going to find encouragement, you're going to find empowerment to go off and do your side business, your side hustle, something that you can add. Either whether you want to be dual vocational, where you just want to supplement and add to your what you already have going on, or maybe you want to be a full-time business owner, or even a part-time, or even a sometime business owner, because you know the tax breaks and the benefits that come with it. You want to do all that stuff, then I encourage you to keep coming to the show. Now, if you're one of those people who says, I want that, but I am not sure what exactly to do. I mean, I want to learn about how to have my own business and such, but I'm looking for the right opportunity. If you're interested, my company, we are constantly looking for entrepreneurs that we can pour into. We can help giving them strength, or not strength, give them the strength too, but more the knowledge and training and such. And we are looking for some great people. If you're interested and you don't want to work from home, you don't want to do what everyone else is doing, just go ahead and type, either direct message me, or type in the comments, don't care, I'm a rebel. And later on this week, I will reach out to you and ask you some questions just to figure out what exactly is on your heart. What are your dreams? What are your goals? What is your vision? What do you want to do for your family? What do you want to provide for your family? Again, I encourage you, if you are looking for an opportunity, just type down, don't care, I'm a rebel, and I will reach out to you. I would say me or my team will reach out to you, but I think I kind of want to do it first, and then later on I'll have team members reach out to you. But again, my name is Josafat Guapo Emiliano. I am a dual vocational. I do speaking, I travel, I do ministry on the side, but I've also started my own side business where I do help people with financial services, where they just need to learn and want to learn, first of all, how to protect their family, protect their money and such like that. If you want more of that, the link tree that I have down there, you can find all my socials, everything I go on there. You can also reach out to me and learn more about how I can serve. But again, most importantly though, right now I'm looking for those who they just want guidance, and that's what we're here for. We're here to help. We're here to share. So if you found value, please share this with everyone else. Please tell people about this. Matter of fact, tell your friend, hey, go to this YouTube channel, go to this show, and just type in, don't care, I'm a rebel, because what he has is for you. And for those of you who obviously aren't going to listen to me and want to keep on working from home, or keep on working from remote, or work from the beach, or wherever you want to, we're here to support and encourage you. So until next time, again, this was episode 81. You should not work from home, featuring myself, Josafat Emiliano. I can't wait to see you next week right here, Wednesdays at 5. Until next time, much love and many blessings.